Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition.
Welcome back. In some of the previous episodes that we've talked a lot about how you can create really great, valuable, and shareable content. And you might be thinking to yourself that if you create linkable assets that are valuable enough and shareable enough, they'll start attracting links all by themselves. There's a problem with this theory. You can write the best content in the world, perfectly valuable and shareable, but if nobody's there to build that first link or push that first share, your content will never build momentum. Accordingly, you'll need to provide an initial boost to your linkable asset to get people seeing, reading, sharing, and linking to it. If it's valuable and shareable enough, your users will take care of the rest, and it will eventually start earning more popularity just because it's so popular already. But you still need to provide that initial boost. And this is how you do it. First, social media distribution. It's an obvious one. Syndicate your asset on social media. Hopefully by this point, you've already built up a large enough audience for this step to be worth it. If not, you may have to start by building an audience from scratch. And even if you have, it pays to recruit more followers within your target demographics. When you publish your asset, immediately perform a distribution across any and all social channels that are appropriate for in terms of audience and medium. After that, schedule it for redistribution on each one too. As long as you frame your asset differently each time, you can push it out multiple times at multiple times of day and days of the week to maximize your initial potential audience reach. You can ask your teammates and employees to share it out of their personal channels as well. Another thing you can do to get that initial boost is interlinking. Interlinking is a necessary strategy for SEO, and the concept is pretty simple. Include helpful links pointing to the various pages inside your site from the other pages. This is effective for a few reasons. First, it helps shorten the potential distance from one page of your site to any other page. Second, it gives users more intuitive forms of cross-page navigation. Third, it enables users to spend more time on your site overall, which creates brand familiarity, trust, and loyalty. Include links from your latest content to other pieces of content on your site as appropriate, and be sure to also link to your latest piece from older pieces of content too. Another thing that you can do is email marketing. Email marketing may not seem like one of the latest and greatest online marketing strategies, but it still sports an astoundingly high return on investment. Your first step is to build an email list. Ideally, you'll already have an email newsletter, which you can use to notify your users of your latest content. If this is the case, all you have to do is keep your asset at the top of the newsletter and work it into your usual rotation. All right, another strategy to get it out there is influencer marketing. Influencer marketing can be a powerful tool to get more eyes on your piece, especially if you're in the early stages of your brand's development and you don't have a massive social following or email list to work with. Basically, the idea here is to work with an established thought leader in the industry, someone with a ton of social influence, and get them to either distribute or at least talk about your piece. The best way to do this is to make it valuable for them in some way, such as mentioning them by name or by sharing some of their content first. This is a value exchange, so as long as you offer something in return, they'll probably help you out. It's possible to get in front of thousands of new people this way, sometimes even more. Another way to boost your material is by paid advertising. If you've tried all the other things that I've mentioned and you're still struggling to attain that initial audience, paid advertising is another potential option. I tend to stay away from paid advertising because its benefits are relatively short term, but it can be valuable as a way to provide a temporary increase in campaign traction. Google and Facebook are two popular options here, since you'll be able to drill down to specific demographics and get more bang for your buck. But there are dozens of other choices. Some of them that I would recommend would be StumbleUpon ads, Reddit ads, LinkedIn ads, Bing, Twitter, Taboola, Outbrain, just to name a few. If you do use paid advertising, be sure to set up a custom landing page so that you can target your audience effectively. After you've created an asset that's valuable and shareable and you've given it an initial boost, the rest should take care of itself.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.